Hi, this is an introduction to the embellishments that will be needed to learn the tune Scots Wha Hae. And the embellishments we're going to go over here, or doublings, are the D throw, the high G doubling, an E strike, an F strike, and what I call a roll up, which is when you go from B to low G, grace note, down to low A. We'll review these in order. The D throw is an embellishment that can be played in two ways, the light way or the heavy way. We are going to be learning the light method. This is right out of the National Piping Center book. And the way this works is the first note of the D throw is a low G. So here's how it sounds from low G. If you break that down, what's happening is you're playing a low G, you're going to D, you're bringing your D finger down to play a C, and going right back to D. So I'm going to do it side view. Okay, when you play this, you want to make sure that you are giving the C enough time. Some people are tempted to do this. We don't want that. It's not a strike. The C gets a little bit more time than that. Listen to how we want it. Okay, and then when you speed it up, it will sound proper. So the D throw is like this, the entire scale from low A. Make sure that when you go to the high hand notes, that your low head fingers are in the down position. So that's the D throw. The other doubling you're going to need for Scots Wha Hae is a high G doubling. And the high G doubling shows up on page, I believe it is page 76 in the book, right? It's part 2 of the practice scales. It appears on page 76, and it is right here. And what you'll see about this doubling is that it only has 2 grace notes before the melody note. It has a high G grace note to F, and then it lands on high G. So this is maybe slightly shorter type of doubling. If we were coming from low A, it would sound like this. Broken down slowly, it's just a low A. I'm going to high G, tapping the F, and landing back on high G. Technically, it's a G grace note to F, back up to high G, like this. It's very important to, just like in the D throw, we don't want to just tap like this when we're doing our grace note on C. With this one, we don't want to just tap the F. We don't want to go, no. What we want is a little bit of time on that F. So the scale for the double high G sounds like this. That last one can feel a little tricky. You're starting on F, which is the note of the scale, and then you're doing a G grace note to F, back up to high G, just like the doubling says. So the one from F is like this. Okay, try that scale a few times, get comfortable with it. One of the other embellishments that you're going to need for Scots Wha Hae is the F strike and the E strike. And these two show up in part 2 of the tune, but we're going to review them right now. So an E strike is simply this. You're on E, you lower the E finger. When you do that, you are playing a low A, and then you come right back up to E. So it's E, low A, E, and it sounds like this. You should try that on your own. Get comfortable with it. Maybe pause the video. So we just did the E strike. Now we're going to do an F strike. Similar concept to the E strike. We're on F, and we're just going to lower the finger below and come back up. When we do that, we're playing a very short E back up to F. It sounds and looks like this. It's important to not make these strikes too short, right? We don't want it like that. We want to hear that bottom note, that lower note, just a little bit. was switching off between F strikes and E strikes. This would be a good time to take some time on your own to play those strikes and see how they feel. Okay, now that we've gone over E strikes and F strikes, I want to review the ending phrase, or the last part of Scots Wha Hae in the ending phrase. Here's how it looks, and you can see that we're on this B right here. It's a dotted eighth note, so we're spending quite a bit of time on it. On a B, the music shows us to go down to low G, and it's a grace note, and then we end on low A. I was taught this was called a roll-up. I'm not sure if that's a technical term. Regardless, here's how it's played. You're on B, you're going to go to low G, and then bring the pinky finger up for a low A. It sounds like this. It's very important with this one to be prepared for your low G. That seems obvious, but it's one of those things that can sneak up on you. So you want to make sure that you are ready for this when you start the tune, Scots Wha Hae, because of course it's in the ending phrase. So one thing I recommend somebody does is to go ahead and play a couple of these before you start the tune. And once you get it solid, you know that all the fingers are poised in the right location to do the roll-up or the ending part of Scots Wha Hae. So work on all of those items before you go to the tune Scots Wha Hae. Have fun.